We're on. Right, welcome to Lockdown Workshop. We're in the workshop, not in the clean room. Let's just call it the clean room. So this wasn't the intended video today. The video today was supposed to be me trying to put a bike back together that's been crashed in Greece. It's the white Specialized that was here a few months ago. It's been away with the with Alana off to Greece, where she's living at the moment, and her mum's brought it round because it's had a bit of a pothole incident, and it's not very well. But anyway, that's sat down there. I can't do it because I need to bring it up here because it needs some of that kind of attention that you really don't want to be doing to a bike. So I need some heavy tools, I need blow torches to try and salvage this wheel to save having to buy a new wheel, because they're going to be expensive because they're disc wheels. But anyway, and they're quite difficult to buy because the disc wheels were quick release axles, so the early generation. Blah, blah, blah. Too much information. So what's happened in here? Right, I've just spent the last hour tidying up because honest to God it looked like an explosion in the Dyson factory. So if you remember, at the back of the room down there, and possibly even in the old workshop, there was a couple of vacuum cleaners that have been milling around in the thing. Somebody gave them me. I think it was one of relatives. It was Joanne's brother, and his partner gave them to us to see if we could fix them. And I needed a vacuum cleaner. Oh God, this is where the story gets so convoluted. We're trying to sell Jacob's car because he's bought a new car. We need to sell the old car, so I need to vacuum it out. Couldn't be asked to go down to the house, so I thought, you know what, I'll fix the Dyson. It'll only take 2 minutes because it'll be a switch, because they're always just switches. And then it escalated quickly. Exhibit A. So let me just unhook you from the ABBA stand and see if you can see that. Right, so this is the motor out of the Dyson. It's fairly standard. They've been using this motor in all of them for God knows how long. I did a few tests with the multimeter, got it all the way down, tracked it, power, right up to the brushes. And when I took the brushes out, they were mullered. One of them had snapped, one of them had disintegrated, crap everywhere. It looked like just the brushes had degraded or worn down over time. There was brush debris everywhere. The wheel itself had been getting so hot with the carbon deposits, it had actually shorted across the connections on the armature. So the contact piece of brass in there, so cleans it all out, sorts it all out, sticks some new brushes in it, puts it together thinking it's going to work, it looks like it should have worked, and then poof, it just absolutely exploded. So I don't know whether I've blown the thermal cutout, that capacitor's given up, which could have been why the brushes were knackered anyway, because I think if that capacitor's gone it causes excessive sparking and the brushes wear down. Who knows, it could have been the whole thing's given way. £7 for a new set of brushes. They're probably alright, I can salvage them. I had cleaned everything up, they seem like they're okay. But I think the motor's toast. The reason I'm not trying to fix it and replacing the capacitor, looking at the thermal cutout, the thermal fuse there, I don't think it's worth it, because while I was buying the brushes were £7 and they are the cheapest ones I could find. They are identical to the original ones, so they probably come from the same factory in China. They look identical. £7 for the brushes. £22 bought me a new motor. So, by the magic of Amazon, here we are. So, we resume where we were. So, apologies that you didn't get to see me tearing it down, but if you've ever taken a Dyson to pieces, you'll know what a nightmare they are. You cannot even swap the bands over without completely stripping the bloody things down. Every piece interlocks, every piece interlocks, every piece. There is only one way you can take them to pieces. Millions of screws, millions of little tabs that can get broken off. If you get one to pieces without breaking the tabs, it's or breaking something that you've got to replace, you're doing well. Hats off to the guys that service these in your houses, because they must have a mighty fine set of spludgers, is all I can say, because they are an absolute nightmare. Every one from the DC1 right the way up to this one, which is the most newest one I've ever worked on. This is a DC27, so I think DC4s onwards use this type of motor. Anyway, so we are now back. We are going to put the new motor in and we're going to reassemble a Dyson. Sorry you didn't get to see the disassembly. There was lots of swearing, lots of throwing stuff all over the place, and the room was just an absolute nightmare. Like I said, I've just spent an hour tidying it up after that carnage. So now we're going to put it back together. Hopefully it'll work. I haven't tested this motor, but as you can see, it looks pretty identical. There were some cheaper ones we could have bought that had different arrangements here, but I went for one that got the same arrangement, same capacitor layout, same colour wires in the same place, so it just makes life a lot easier. I know I've got a set of brushes that can go in these now, because these brushes will fit in there. They are the same, so even if we have to, before we chuck this out, we'll rescue them brushes, and hopefully it will carry on. It looks like it fits, but we've got to salvage some bits. Anyway, right, we'll stop the recording. I'll get you set up. We'll start putting it back together. This is going to be fun because I have no idea where all these bits go. I don't even know if I've launched half the bits over the floor, because I'll be honest, I was having a bit of a paddy with some of it because I needed to do it quickly. I've got to pack the van. So just in case you don't, we've just got back. We've been away all weekend. Bank holiday weekend in the UK, end of August. Tri-Society always do the National Triathlon Relay Championships, and it's just absolute chaos. If you want to have a laugh, just go watch the videos for it. It's brilliant. It's such good fun. We usually take a lot of teams down there. We only took 5 this year. We have taken more than 10 in the past, but I think we had other people that the club knows that were racing in other bits, so it's all good. We're all shouting on. Loads of other clubs from this area there as well. Really good weekend as always. Absolutely fantastic. Just one thing now, there was a bit of sad news because it looks like one of the athletes did end up in hospital and sadly died later, so thoughts with the family and everything. It's not what you expect to do when you go out. Can't say anything more about it because I don't know anything more about it. We think we saw something during the swim, or I didn't, my wife and one of the other spectators, while I was in the swim, so possibly that was it. Don't know, haven't heard anything more, but it's sad news. So anyway, thoughts are with you if you do know the person. Anyway, right, back to this. I'll get you set up and we'll start trying to put this back together. Back, right, we're aiming sort of at it now. I'm not going to try and do a close-up unless you need to see it. So this is the motor. You can see how it is pretty scabby. I do need to throw these out because we don't need these. I could probably rescue one of them, but it could be the carbon's degraded. Most of this stuff uses a it's non-Phillips, so it's Phillips, it's not Posi. So we'll get an appropriate set of screwdrivers out. I do need to buy a set of screwdrivers. My screwdrivers are absolutely, I'd say knackered. It's more embarrassing. I think these set were a cheap set I bought from some shit shop. Actually, it might have been Machine Mart, but well, we'll not go there. Or have I just taken the... Deary me. Just taken the new brushes out of the new motor. So we'll put the brushes back. Now you've seen how you remove the brushes. The thing works slightly different on these. They've got like a sprung arm, whereas on the original Dyson motor they've got a clip that grabs a tab on the side of the brush housing. So the brushes are slightly different. I think the other brushes will work because the piece is actually touching on the side. I don't think that can go anywhere else. Yeah, that's touching. Yeah, no, that's fine. So we'll just remove these brushes because I might want to save them. Yeah, you can still see they've got the nailings on. So nothing untoward has happened to them in the brief. It did spin up and it sounded good, but it was arcing like anything, and then it just kind of went poof. So I'm kind of thinking that the thermal cutouts died there. I'll not throw it in the bin. We'll pop the capacitor off, test the capacitor, because I probably ought to keep that because we'll find a use for that if that's still working, and we'll just check that thermal fuse in there. I think that's a thermal fuse. In fact, let's do it now before I forget. So this should all come off now. No point trying to save anything on here, so even if I pull the connecting wires out of the motor, it doesn't really matter. I think they do look like they clip on. Come on, there we go. Yeah, so the spade connector, so that goes to the windings on the outside, and then the bushings connect on there to the windings on the inside. So it's like a bushed induction motor, if you like, rather than having magnets, which would be a DC motor. So it's an AC motor, so it has them on the outside. So we'll just try and get the capacitor out. I'll have to snip that or something because I might be reading. Actually, no, I shouldn't be reading. Well, I don't know. I might be reading something else. I don't know what this is in here. A bit of diode for back EMF. Something, anyway. I think that is a thermal cutout. So it's a bimetallic strip, and I think when it gets too hot it bends out of the way. So in theory that doesn't connect to anything, so we should be able to do a continuity test. Just check these. So that's set to continuity. Sorry, it's not a very good meter for doing this. And if I what do we got we can shove in there? Right, so we've got zero resistance, so that's fine. That still works. The only thing I need to do now is just quickly test the let's see if we've got it on here. Do we have a capacitor tester on here? I think we do. Nope, that's amps. I've got one on the other meter. No, I haven't got a capacitor tester on this one. It's a bugger. Thought we had a capacitor tester on it. Interesting. 10 amps DC, shove that over there. Yeah, we're going to have to test that when we get back down. I don't have a tester, so it hasn't been plugged into the mains, so even though it is a mains capacitor, it is safe to snip this off. We're not going to get a shock. We'll disconnect that. So I need to save this paper because it's heat-proof paper. So I'll shove that in there. Keep that as a spare in there. And then we'll take that back to the house and I'll go and test that on the other multimeter because the other multimeter does have it. .240 volts, and it is, I think it says 22.4 K farads, 1000 farads. Anyway, right, let's get this away. Hopefully we won't be needing that. This is all just a nuts and bolts job. Waffling. Right, back again. Right. So we've got to start transferring some bits off this. So we need that, and it's got to go into the same holes. So we'll know if we've got it wrong. Because it won't fit in the thing, and this has to go over there. That fits nice and snug in theory. So you've got to make sure you get there is a little lip, you've got to make sure you get it on, because if you don't get a good seal, because this is your seal. So that's the actual thing that does the sucking in the vacuum cleaner. What we might do as well is just put a bit of silicone spray on there, make sure we get a good fit. If I can find it. Yeah. It's a bummer. Looks like we're out of silicone spray. Mental note, need to order some silicone spray. Right, I think the best thing to do is to get the base up here and start to try and put that together. So the motor, I think, sits in somewhere around here, and then that sits out there. Or does it sit there? No, it's got to sit there. I think it sits somewhere around there. This is where it starts to get a nightmare because we've got half a cable to deal with as well. And it's all wrapped around everything already. Look at that. So let me try and tidy this up a bit. I wonder if I can get that out of there. That might make life easier if I can. I need a prodder. Yay! Same with this one, I need a prodder. Right, let's get rid of that so I can get that out of the way so we're not tripping over the cable every 2 minutes. Put that in there, and in theory, if we haven't lost any bits over here, everything we need to put it back together should be in there. Right, so first things first is reconnect this back up. Oh, that's irritating. I'm missing something here. We'll assume that goes to that, that goes to that. And then these two things need to be tied together in here. in this stuff. Right. Next, can you see all this? I think you can. Who knows? Right. Now then. I think this. I think might have got the motor the wrong way around here. No, I can't have. I think the drive band goes. Wheels are. Oh no. Wheels are there. Drive band is there. So the motor's got to be there or somewhere around there. Can't remember where that come from. Who knows? I like that. That's part of the foot pedal mechanism, I remember that. I can't see the foot pedal mechanism. Ah! That's why I'm missing a big chunk of motor. So this is, you can see that's just full of the carbon. So in fact it's got chunks of molten carbon embedded in it. Oh fucking hell, look at that. You can see, so it's been throwing out chunks of molten carbon that have all gone into the edge here. So let me just get that a quick clean out. Right, so I'm guessing this has to go into there. No, that can't be right. This has to go in this way round. No, that can't be right. Because then that would make sense, because that would be where all the... Unless all that there isn't bits of molten stuff, that's where somebody's been vacuuming up coal. It would make sense for that to go through there though, wouldn't it? Because yes, it does. So that goes in like that. So how do we get the wires in? Where do the wires go? I suspect the wires go in like that. Ah, no, got it. Get this out of the way. There's a little rubber grommet on there that goes into something on here, I'm guessing. That. Or does it go through there? No, it goes through there. So I must have undone these to get them through there. Did have to go inside. I thought I did. I didn't remember undoing them though. Like I said, I was doing it quite quickly and I wasn't filming it, so I can't even go back. I'm sure there's loads of videos on how to put these back together, take them apart. But this is a voyage of discovery. Right, black to neutral, brown to red. Right. What we'll do is we'll get a bit of electrician's tape. which I am missing a lot of. I need to buy some more of this. I've run out of black. Actually, I couldn't do something. There's a little bit left there. I don't care about this because it's inside, even though I'm putting my filthy paw prints all over it. It's not going to stay white for very long, is it? We'll just tape these together. It's just to keep them, because this has kind of lost its sticky a bit. It doesn't really need to be that sticky, just as long as it doesn't come off. Let's put a bit of this over it as well. So this should fit in here. There's an orientation to get it to line up with the That's where I find out there's a big one and a little one. There's a big one and a little one. And we've got them the wrong way up. Probably slightly happier with that anyway. There we go, and that's in. Right, step one, we've got the motor in. Has it sealed? So now I think we've got to put something else on there. This, I think, now bolts onto here, doesn't it? Is this where I found I should have fed this through before I did all this? Oh, I don't like that. Those wires are fused together in there. Right, let me just... I'm wondering whether that motor was blown and those wires aren't fused together. I just noticed something. Right, stop for snap. It's coming up. Right, let's crack on with this. I found my heat shrink. I spent unloading every box out of the upper area. I need to realise it had fallen down. It was on the side. To be fair, it's where Jacob just said I ought to look. Right, let's tin these up. Need to refresh all my soldering gear. Don't do enough of it, to be honest, though. Let's go with this fairly hefty point. Ooh, that's nice. Turn that one up. Slide this on first. Careful not to melt the thing. I haven't really used this solder iron a great deal. I'll be honest, I'm not the best solderer in the world. I do some electronic soldering, but not enough to know what temperature you should solder at. I'm generally doing auto electrical soldering, or generally just repairing bits and bobs. I'm not doing anything fancy. So feel free to tell me I'm doing it on the wrong temperature. I'll bang that off on. There we go. Nice steady hand there. Yeah, I know you can get some nice little gadgets for doing this, but I haven't got one. So as you can see, I'm just shrinking it on. So we'll do what we want to do. Where's the other one gone? That on first, because you don't want it shrinking from the heat of the thing you've just soldered. And I've tinned it up. Could be using them to got a pair of helping hands there, but trying to rely on my turn that off. Actually, I probably need that back on, to be honest. See if there's enough residual heat to do this. Oh, I can hear the motorbikes hooning round. Showers out there hooning. So trouble is I need my workshop back, so I'm going to have to do this. Right, so I think we're back where we started from now. So blue over there, brown over there, that's it. Come to the stick them together. Put the heat shield over it. Right, now then, where's the big bit? The big bit goes there. I suspect they disappear off up into there. That's it, it's in. I think we have two smallish screws now that fit into this. Not big, they're little. So probably some of the littler screws we've got. Yep. We'll go with these. No, Torx bit. Torx. I think most of these were a Torx bit. Yep. Like I said, I did get to a point where I was kind of, yeah, this ain't going back together. So I stopped caring where the screws went. So hopefully we've not lost any. Another little one. So as no way, I usually roll them back before I roll them in, just to make sure I don't mangle the threads up, because like I said, I don't know how many times this has already been to pieces. You do need to be careful. Right. Before we go any further, let's tidy up this wiring a bit. You're still with us? Are you with the woolwich? Need something blunt just to shove it past the cable retainer. Some of these aren't too bad because they're on bits where there's no wool, and then there's other bits that are not so easy. Yeah, well, we've got a whole load of screwdrivers in with the No, that's not going to work. I need something a bit more blunt than that. That's it. That's it, job's a good one. Scoop that in past there. That's it, and then your wires disappearing into there. Hopefully we can work out where it goes from there. So it looks like that goes around to there, and then we need to put this on the end of it. We just put a crimp on the end of it. It's going to have to be this one and the brown one. Yeah, I know it's not the best way to do this because I should really be putting new ones on, but I haven't got any. I really don't want to spend a lot of money on this, because if I try and buy some of these smaller spade connectors, they will need to be ones with the locking nuts on, the locking tabs on as well, and I'll have to buy about 1,000 of the bloody things from Amazon, and I really don't need another box full of 1,000 or something that I'm only going to use 2 of. So we will continue with this plan of action. Let's turn that on again. And all my heat shrink. Oh, there's a nice little bit there. Doesn't need to be as long, this one. Well, not much of this I do end up fast forwarding. Turn it up. Recently been watching some of those My Mate Vince. Now, my mate Richard, I think he knows My Mate Vince. And he's always been telling me I should have been watching his videos for years and years, and I've never really bothered for I don't know why, to be honest, because he's usually a fairly good judge of things, is our Richard. Known him for years. Turns out we went to the same university together, worked together at British Steel. So I can't remember what the connection is between Richard and my mate Vince. That's it. Sorry about that, I just realised the card was full and I'd not clocked it. Let's just have a look and make sure we've got no conflicting screws anywhere. That goes into there, so I think this is possibly a short one. No, can't be a short one. Could be a long one. Oh, what's that? Aha! 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 Only I have no idea where that goes. This is very stressful. So I remember that did go through that pivot. There's something there. Don't think it went there. There's nowhere for it to go there. There's nowhere for it to go there. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. So it goes through there. So where can that bolt onto? I see it. I see it. That goes through there. That goes through there. That goes on there. That clips into there. So I think that has to be that way around. Well, it's the worst thing that can happen, we have to take it all off again. God, you're stubborn. Now, do we put this into there before we... It's got to go on there, because you can't put that on afterwards. It would be impossible to get that down. I suspect we've got to get it nose under first. And possibly in those bits. No, I think this bit goes on last. We have to get this up. So to have this with other Dysons I've done this, you do get all this unit off. Pulling some pretty silly faces. Right. go work out where this front bit is. Or is it just that we're pushing against the rubber housing? I think we're pushing against the rubber housing. So again, let's get a long one, because I think these are all long ones. That's a short one. That's a short one. I want to make sure I haven't left any screws in the bottom of here, because I was pissing about with them, wasn't I? Where is it? Mind you, it was upside down, so you would have thought they would have fallen out. Let's just make sure I'm not missing something, and that's why. Generally, as a rule of thumb, you shouldn't have to force anything together, but I'm conscious there's a big rubber gasket thing going on. So like I said, everything should just fit together, and it just has now. Just literally just snapped together. So let's have a short one down there. We've got a long one there already. A long one down there. Right, we've got any scrolls missing. That one. I think there must be a medium one in there. Just can't have run out of short ones. So it must be. We've scattered some. Right. And now we've got to get this on. Well, so I think these go on the outside of there to lock that in place. They didn't belong with this, so we should have another big hoofy doofy screw to put in, which I can't see where that goes, to be honest, unless I'm missing something. But there's a screw that goes in from the top. I cannot see where that goes. Could go in there. Could go in there. Or, yeah, I think it's that one. Yes. Right, so that band wants to go around there. I think this has to come out. This can't go in there. This has to go in afterwards. It'd be a lot easier if this came out. I'm not sure it would, to be honest. Right. It would be a lot better if we had the screws out though. That would be a lot easier. Why is it not going in? Well, it's definitely got to be down. It needs to be out of the way. That looks like it goes in front of there. If your kitty wampus sitting from the side. nearly. I think we're onto something there. And the problem is that these are, that's jumping out. We don't want it to jump out. I must have got it out. Nearly there. There's just something stopping it from going over. Oh, hold on, that might have been it. We think. Right, let's just screw it up before we worry about any of that. It works. We've got it. We've cracked it. The bit I didn't think was going to work works. Right. We're getting there. Just check because I appear to have some screws missing. I suspect they're on the next bit. Right. Big washer. Big washer. Oh, big screwdriver. Big screwdriver. Watch this, and it not flipping up. Don't even say that. Right. This clips onto here. There's a wider clip on there. Man wrestles with Dyson. Right. I think that's beginning to look something like. Let's just get all these missing filters back in and make sure we've not lost anything there. I think that's how that one goes. There should be another one that goes in here that probably needs some silicone on it to get a better fit. Right, filter A, filter B is in. Right, hopefully that works. We are missing some stuff. So there's this thing that flew out that I undid that it turns out I didn't need to undo. And I don't know how that goes. Now I think it went like that because I remember seeing that filter. I think it's a, if it gets blocked, it's kind of an override. It might be a put in and twist after all that actually. And then I think we need to twist it, so I need something a bit beefier than I had last time. I think it goes that way. There's a special tool for this. Dyson tool number 25 of 3000. Nope. Right, we're going to have to go for the bludgeoning technique. Trouble is if it goes too much, it's just going to fly out. I suspect that's just going to fly out. We'll probably have to address that later. That's the least of my worries at the moment. Right. What else have we got down here? I seem to remember we're missing something now. We've got that on. That goes... no idea where. Ah, we get it. Right, yeah. see that. I've just got to check for screw holes on the top bit that I've missed, in case there is any. Undo that one, undo that one. Can't see any that I've missed. Right, aha, there is one more, one more. That's it. So I'm going to do now is fix this switch. So my brown went on one of them. I have to put the rubbery thing back on it. Go on, you were shouting at me. It was attached to that. So I just need to check where everything goes and how much room I've got behind all this lot. That looks of it, quite a lot of room. So, if you remember these bits here connected together and then we're hidden inside that. And then I think that sat somewhere. Yeah, the blue bit goes through there, around the bottom of there, into that, that sits there, that then goes around the outside of that, possibly disappears down there, and then they all come in together over there, in theory. Hopefully nothing gets pinched, because that would be bad. Right, and then I suspect that goes that way round. Like that. And then this bit should go over the top of it. Without mullering any cables, which it feels like it's doing already. Right, so there shouldn't be anything, possibly Yeah, so push them up there. Get that out of there. Shove that on, and I think that's about it. Oh, right, no, something's gone wrong there. That's better. Again, you have to force it, it's not right. So I suspect what I've done is I've put a short one in where I was supposed to have a long one on one of these, which I have no idea where now. Because I'm missing a couple of screws, so I'm just going to put these posi drive ones I've got lying around in here, because I think this needs to be quite shovelled. It won't hurt, to be honest. What we've got to do then is just find a let's just find. There was something I needed to do under here, wasn't there? Just have another quick check I've not missed any screws. Screw hole, screw hole, screw hole, screw hole. Screw hole. No, I think that's it. I think we're almost ready to try it, but I haven't got a 13 amp thing unless we've got one in here. Hold on. Bear with me, caller. All sorts of lights on the bottom here. Some clips. I keep buying battery terminal connectors for some bizarre reason, and as it turns out I've got loads of them. Seem to have cornered the market in them. Right, we've got two to have a go at here. Are we feeling lucky? First time. Well, that's our first time. Quick continuity check. Oh, brilliant. Right. So, quick recap. What have we done to this? Put a new motor in it. Found a short in the wire. So I had to extensively rewire all the internal wiring on it, which has been an absolute ball ache faff. Locate all the missing screws and some extras. I did suss this out. I'm not sure where the film went off, but you need to have a really tall ceiling to be able to get this in. So that usually just clips in rather funnily-ish, and they generally fall out. And then all we need to do is we slide that over the top of there. It clicks and it releases that then, and you can shove that down and put the lid over it. I need to put the windy box on it. going to blow up. Let's hope he does it spectacularly, because it's always good for viewing figures. Right, that goes in there. No idea where this goes, or if it does at all. I think that was the animal attachment or something. I think that was all. No, there's one more. Ugh. That needs to clip somewhere, but I'm not sure where. It's bizarre. We're still going to fix that, because I think that's going to... I know that's going to come out. I don't even know if I was turning it the wrong way or the right way or what, but I've just got a feeling that's just dying to come out, that. I'm going to have to try something with that. Can you see where this one clips on? Hold on, what's this? Yay! There we go, sussed it. Right. Moment of truth. Do we think it's going to explode? Brilliant. There you go. Needs a clean up. Probably needs all the things fixing up. And would have got a little bit shorter cable than they would have originally, but I think that's a good one. I'll check the capacitor. I might do a little short for that. Be interesting to see if that one does work, or whether we can run it in, because I suspect it's either the capacitor's knackered on it, or it was just the brushes sparking excessively. But it did go bang. It went bang spectacularly, so I'm not holding much hope for it. It doesn't really matter now anyway. I mean, you just wouldn't use it, so I'm probably going to chuck that in the bin. It sounds rough. I mean, for all I know, there's bits of brush inside there that I couldn't clean out, but I don't know if you can see that. Come on. It's not brilliant. I emery clothed it, I polished it, I did whatever I could. Oops, still got to put them on. And I still couldn't get it clean. So, oops, soldering iron's still on. We still have got these to clip back on. These are an absolute faff. I don't know what planet Dyson were on when they decided these were a good idea, because I'm almost certain I'm going to break. Oh no, perhaps not. There's a screw on one. Just checking for any last minute screws. I think if anything I'm a screw missing, because I've had to add 2 screws and I've only got 1 torque screw left, so I suspect somewhere around here I have dropped a screw, and I've just used a smaller screw when I should have used a bigger screw. I know I use the bigger screws on the motors, which is probably the most important one, so I won't worry too much about it. And the only thing we're not sure about now is this safety valve thing, but it might have to do some gluing kind of thing going on in there for that. Don't know, maybe I can grip it and twist it, you know, with a pair of pliers or something. If I can get a pair of pliers in, I can give it some. Oh, there you go. Ha! Fixed. You saw it right here. Right, anyway, that's it. Dyson DC27 back to working health again, hopefully. We'll give it a try. Jason did say, well, Joanne told me that Jason said it was one of his favourite vacuum cleaners before it died, so it might be going back. If not, we'll use it as a shop vac, because the shop vac I've got is useless. It's not really a shop vac, it's a cinder vac for hoovering cinders out of a hearth. So it's not very good. It's rubbish, and I haven't really got a vac in here that works properly, and we also need a vac to be able to clean the cars and things, so it's a good idea to have one of these up here. The problem is though, because it's better than all the Dysons we've got one at new G-Tech Air Ram, whatever they call things. I can't remember what they are now. We've got one of them newfangled ones that uses low power motors and things. Bottom line is you can't beat a Dyson. So we've got a couple of Dysons that we've kept running, but this is probably way better, and the one we're using at the moment's got something wrong with it. I stripped it down to fix it, and something's not gone back together right, sealing around the motor, so I suspect one of the rubber seals has gone on it. Similar to these, they need a bit of silicone spray on them, to be honest. Anyway, right, that's working. Sorry it's a bit of a different one, it wasn't what it was supposed to be, but at least now I've cleared this area. We've still got a lot of other stuff in here that shouldn't be in here because we've just come back from holiday, so there's sub pumps, there's half finished projects that either need to get finished or binned. That's that patio heater thing that all this stuff here is off, that I'm still waiting to find time. I've got all this furniture I need to weld back together because that needs to go down there as well, out of the way or off to the scrapyard. And I've got the carpets out the motorhome there as well that are knackered, that I've got to find somebody to make me a new set of carpets up. So we've got a whole load of stuff in here that shouldn't be in here, and next time I come up I'm still going to have to tidy up because I've chucked stuff all over the floor. Anyway, I don't know how much of this is time-lapse. I was just cracking on with it. I did notice the camera knocked off a couple of times, so I am very sorry about that. I am trying to be a little bit better with the videos. I might make a little short of this as well. We'll certainly do a short. We'll go and take that down with me and I'll go and test this and see. Oops. See if we can see if this is any good. We'll keep them bushes and put them in the bushes up there, and that's it. So I'll see you next time. Hope that was useful. Dysons, we don't do many of them. I've got a whole load of lawnmowers and things that need doing over winter as well, ready to either sell them or use them next year. I did repair the red one that I repaired last year. That's still going strong. That one that was a gift from Chris. Thank you, Chris. The bag broke on it, and I actually managed to pick up a almost new bag of the next model up that fits this one, so it's a proper cloth one with Mountfield branding all over it. So it's doing all right. That I just wish it was a self-propelled because it's a bit of hard work. It's got a new blade on it now. It's what else have we done to it? New blade, new bag. I think we're keeping out for a set of wheels for it, but it doesn't really need them. It's hanging in there. The motor's good. Probably needs a service along with all the other lawnmowers that are under the house, but we're going to thin down the stock on them. Anyway, right, enough waffle. Job's a good one. Catch you later.